one time. If you put us in, then it's crunch time. We eat the cob like it's lunchtime. If we talking sports, we ain't nothing nice. All we really need is one time. If you put us in, then it's crunch time. We eat the cob like it's lunchtime. If you talking sports, we ain't nothing nice. We just call it how we see it. We don't beat around the bush. It's a first down or a rebound. I dish it out for the assist. We just call it how we see it. We don't beat around the bush. It's a first down or a rebound. I dish it out for the assist.
What's going on? What's going on? Call it how we see it, nation. It's your boy D-Watt up in the building again. I got my boys JJ, Eddie Dean, and Amari J. What's poppin', fellas?
What's poppin', man? What's poppin', my fellas, my brothers?
Hello.
Oh man, he just
shit. Damn. I was like up here and he, hello. Hey, all right.
Oh man, he coming in there, boy, sound like all Barry Whitish and shit, bro.
Mark is stupid.
He coming in all Barry Whitish and shit, bro. Like he about to just talk sing to us, man. JJ, what's popping, baby?
How you doing, JJ?
What's going on, JJ? Thank you.
I'm feeling like Ice Cube today. Today was a good day.
Somebody having a special day.
Man, I'm feeling that, bro. Well, check this out, nation. Man, we got some great topics, as always, to talk about, man. You know, we're back better than ever, as always. So, fellas, these are the things that's on my mind for the day, man. I kind of want to know how you guys feel, right? So the first one I want to talk about is, man, I text you guys about Pat Beverly, and I swear I hit the wrong button. I don't even think I should have pressed send. I should have read first and then deleted before I press send. Send is how you get your ass in trouble. So what I'm asking for y'all today for topic number one, man, is why the hate for Patrick Beverly? And then also, too, did you guys feel like his celebration was overkill? And then after that, we're going to talk about my boy, man, Baker Mayfield. Man, I heard some shit today about Baker Mayfield that really pissed me off, man. Skip really, really pissed me off. But I'm going to tell y'all that in my take. So I kind of want to see how you guys feel. Do y'all feel like Baker Mayfield is being disrespected? And do you guys see him landing with a team? And if so, like, what team will it be at this point? Because apparently he feels like he's going to the Seahawks. I don't know. I don't know where he gets that from. And then last but not least, man, topic number three will be about my boy, who I feel like is the GOAT of golf, right? Tiger Woods. So I want to see if you guys have the same opinion about Tiger Woods that I have. I call him the GOAT of golf. And I just want to see if you guys feel the same way, because we always seem to be comparing him to Jack Nicklaus, since he's considered the GOAT. You know what I mean? Because he won a lot more majors than Tiger. So I just want to see if those majors really count for y'all or not, man. So fellas,
Palmer, actually, you know?
Yeah, Arnold Palmer type guy, man.
Palmer,
I mean, but
little Philly, Mickey.
Is it like Sundrop now or Sunshine for Chick-fil-A now or some shit like that, man? You can't call it Arnold Palmer or some shit, whatever. But anyways, fellas, y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know what it is.
No sunshine.
Y'all know what time it is. Woo! It's showtime. Yeah. And I'm ready for action, man. So Eddie Dean, I'm gonna kick this one off with you, man, because I gotta know, man, why the hate for Patrick Beverly? And do you feel like his winning celebration was overkill?
I hate Patrick Beverly.
Say it again, goddammit.
Patrick Beverly, wherever you are in America, where I hate you.
He can't.
I don't hate many. I hate the devil. I hate
talk to him.
When they fuck up my paycheck.
Talk to him.
The attorney general. And
Talk
all
to
his
him.
child support ways.
Talk to him.
I hate a lot of things that are hate worthy, and he is that. It's still not a lot, but it's a lot of things that deserve that. And yeah, I hate that motherfucker. Mm-hmm. I hate him for plenty reasons. He is he's the perfect kind of, I don't want to call that man a bitch, because I might actually see him one day. And don't get me wrong, I wouldn't. You know what? I think I'd like to get in a fight. Win or lose. I think I'd like to get in a fight with Patrick Beverly.
I like it.
I don't even care if I lose.
We're going to set that up. We're going to set that up. I'm going to reach out to my
I'm
contacts. We're going to set that up.
Yeah, because we might do some kind of, which I ain't no celebrity, but I ain't shit. But I'm going to tell you something.
Not yet.
He did so much fuckery when it came. It's almost like pretty universal. I think we all pretty much Lakers. I don't know about JJ, but for sure, we all Lakers fans. And he did so much fuckery when he was with them Clippers, man. I have like a hierarchy of hate with the Clippers. I hate him, number one. I hate Kawhi for all his trying to like make LA look like the Lakers look stupid and shit. Mm-hmm. Like trying to make them look like shit, and wait until the last minute. And people call me whatever they want. I don't give a fuck. Fuck them too. And I hate PG because he's just a broke leg bitch. Let me tell you something.
George Paul.
Paul George. You gotta call him George.
George Paul.
Oh, boy, George.
Yeah.
But Beverly's at the top of that motherfucking list. Okay, now that I got the hate part out, let's talk about this celebration shit. Don't get me wrong. I get what people are saying, like, well, that's always kind of like the way he moves and how he flows with stuff because of some people call it energy, but I just think it's just annoying, man. I'm not completely against people that I like a little Lance Stevenson, you know what I mean? A little Ron Artest kind of player.
Yeah.
But those dudes actually play also and put up points and do, and still get in your head and yada, yada, yada. But when it comes to him, no. I think the shit he did when he pushed
Chris Paul,
that was classless.
Yeah, I didn't appreciate that either, bro.
I don't care for the dude, bro. So when I'm sitting there watching him overreact to this, play in, win, man, we're not even in May yet, let alone June, bro. The playoffs last a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it was unnecessarily it was so just like some bitch shit. And again, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I mind calling that dude a bitch because you know why? I always say I would never say nothing about people I wouldn't say to their face. But I think I know he an athlete. He might. I ain't gonna lie. He might beat my ass. But I don't like that dude.
I'm finna be there.
You ain't going by yourself.
I don't like him
I'm
so
just be honest
much.
with you. Yeah,
and it's not a person because I don't know they're doing no personal level. I know a dude that know him and know his people, but I ain't gonna even get on a personal level. But it's just on what he do on the court. I dislike him so much. I swear, I take win or lose. I fight that motherfucker. I really don't like that dude with the stuff he's done. So no, I feel like all that shit, talking shit on that team and how they. No, you play with the team.
Come on,
have some.
Like that.
Come on, hey, I'm gonna pass it off to you.
No,
what you got?
No, just because that part you just said, bro. Like that part you just said, like. Alone right there, it's like that shows no loyalty, and it's not like you're supposed to be loyal. Like you're supposed to be loyal. They traded you. This is your new team and all that, right?
Have class, man.
But like these guys you just played against was your brothers at one point. You was going to war with them at one point.
Thank you.
They didn't decide to trade you. Management
That's called a
traded
GM.
you.
That's called a front office. I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Those supposed to be your homies, your dogs. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like when you was over there when you was over there pulling all this bullshit and all this bitch shit, they had your back. You know what I'm saying? Like
all
now
this classless bullshit.
Now you're on a different team, and now it's trash ass Clippers and yada 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 and all that.
Yeah.
Like, bro, show a little
I'm not
bit
against
of
the wanting to win. You should want to win the game. But all that shit,
Again,
I'm with you. I'm with you, bro. I'm with
you. The thing is, I love having a crafty guy on the team. I feel every team needs that crafty guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you need that player.
I think right now, like Rajon Rondo, even though he's way past his prime, he's that perfect crafty guy you want, vet guy you want on your team. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna get up in a motherfucker. Even Chris Paul. And
Paul is. I was about to say. I was just about to say. Chris Paul is like that.
And Chris Paul gets on my nerves sometimes, but he's that craftiness that you need on your team. You know what I'm saying? And I think the reason why he gets on my nerves is because of the extra flopping that he does. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That flopping shit is what irritates me the most. But still, I would take a Rajon Rondo.
It's also part. It's all mental with him.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
He wants to annoy you. He wants you to.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he wants to piss the other
he
guy
annoys
off with the flopping and shit.
He annoys you, but I would still want that kind of guy on my team. Patrick Beverly.
You know what it is, Amar? You know what it is? If you know a player can outplay you, if a person like Chris Paul in his prime, let's say for sure, can still shoot your lights out.
And he still can.
So you know that the flopping and stuff is just something he does to annoy. It's a different aspect of his game, but he don't have to rely on it. Whereas Patrick Beverly has to rely on fuckery.
Exactly. That is his prime go-to game plan.
Yes, Chris Paul can outplay you, but that's all he does is bullshit.
Chris Paul can outplay you on a certain certain nights or whatever, but if let's say his shot ain't dropping, let's say he ain't feeling up to par that night, he knows, well, shit, I can also get in this motherfucker's head. He has different aspects to his game. Beverly, his whole game, I feel like it's just to annoy the fuck out of you.
Yeah,
like he does too much. He does too much. it's beyond it's beyond craftiness and all that, bro. And
it's beyond craftiness.
It
takes away from the flow of the game. It takes away from the I don't want to keep saying class, but like the sportsmanship of the game. You know,
yeah,
it's like
man,
it's over the top. It's
over the
much.
top. It's too much, man.
If he was a Laker, I would like him.
No,
I'd be like, man, stop. That's class.
I wouldn't. Exactly.
Bad.
And I've seen in some of our like the Laker blogs and like the Laker communities where some of the guys like, oh yeah, I would love to have him.
No.
Nah,
I forgave Dwight, but I wouldn't want that motherfucker.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
I never thought I forgave Dwight. I hate that motherfucker too. But
as a Laker fan, I would still want to slap that motherfucker upside his head. You know what I'm saying?
I would like him as a Laker, seriously.
Yeah, JJ, get yourself in here, JJ.
He don't deserve to wear purple and gold ever. He never deserves to wear that.
JJ, get yourself in here, man. Tell me how you feel about this brother.
I felt a little different. I guess I felt a little favoritism for him because he was a Rocket. I kind of liked him because he was a Rocket. But at the same time, it's like Eddie and Amori are saying, like, I don't know. I didn't really see that aspect, or I guess he just doesn't. He didn't do it to such an extent whenever he was a Rocket. But I liked it because it kind of took the game, or it took the other players a little bit more to get into the game because he was in people's head.
Yeah.
So I guess I liked it in that way because he was a Rocket. He was doing it for us, but at the same time, it is like y'all are saying, you know, it's taken away from the game because he's going to another level where it probably shouldn't have went. And yeah, like the win the other day, like dude, like he did go over the top. I mean, you're climbing over the little
the announcers desk and table and shit. And I get it. I mean, I get it. Be hyped. Like, and that's the thing. I don't have a problem like being hyped. That's cool. Like y'all, because nobody was expecting them to make the playoffs, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? But fuck, you thought I was waiting for the fucking confetti and fireworks and pyro to go off, bro. Like I'm waiting for the trophy to come out, bro.
Yeah.
Like
this motherfucker was crying and shit. No, this shit,
like, bro, it's not that. Like, come on,
I hate
bro.
that dude.
And then,
I hate him, dog.
And then, like, they finna get put out in the first, like, they might get swept. They might get swept.
Look.
So you doing all this. If you get swept, I'm finna be on your bumper.
Yeah, I'm dead off your ass,
man.
Yeah, and that's the worst part about it. That's the worst part because you just did all this show. Like you were missing pieces or something. You're getting into the playoffs and you're about to make a run, but it's like I said, like this isn't the case.
Yeah,
this isn't the case. Like you about to get into the playoffs, but you probably about to get swept. You're gonna get destroyed in the first round.
Well, that's what has always made him to me a classless player. Is because it's almost like he don't have the I'm not gonna say the man ain't got the IQ. Let me slow down a little bit because I just don't know that. I'm not gonna say things that ain't true.
Yeah,
like he don't realize. Like it's almost like he don't see that. How we see that, but he don't see that. Like at the end of the day, it's almost like he don't think that far. And that's what I think makes him annoying is that he doesn't look at the game through the eyes of somebody who understands it, you know, on any level. And I'm not even a player. Like I'm a novice motherfucker. Just watch. I'm a fan. If we get this shit, why can't he? He takes away from the game. Dog, like I said, it's one thing if a person had talent, and I get what I love what you're saying, JJ. If a person had talent, I get it. They can come on the court and annoy people a little bit. Like I said, last year, people like that, they had like Ron Artest, they had a 3. Even when you had guys that were like enforcers and shit back in the day, they still can get down low and bang and stuff. This dude is just like his whole goal is to be annoying. He's like the Flavor Flav of NBA, man. It's like he just fucking out there just pissing people off and with no real talent, and it's getting on my nerves, man. I'm ready for him.
Okay. Oh man. So man, again, I will not press send again on Patrick Beverly ever again in my life because that obviously Yeah, that yeah, that obviously didn't go by well with you guys whenever I said the Lakers need that. But can I be honest with you? The Lakers probably the Lakers probably wouldn't be as soft as they are now if he was on the roster. Man, that's just being honest with you, because that's what they're missing.
I don't agree with that.
No, bro,
Hey,
they don't have no dog.
You think he'd bring a toughness? Really? Come on, man.
Hey,
Well, so here's the thing. Well, the thing is that he does, but it's an
annoying way.
It's not the toughness that I want, though. That's the thing.
So look, I look at it like this, man.
He does things that look tough-ish, but you like pushing Chris Paul. That's toughness. No, that's
no, man. He pushed that. No, he pushed that brother from behind, man. He like Will Smith when Will Smith went up there to go slap Chris Rock.
What I'm saying is
like
that's indicative
soft.
of it's soft. It's exactly.
It's soft.
The stuff he does is more pouty than it is like tough to me. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, I'm gonna put it to you like this: Patrick Beverly go on the Lakers and gets on the fight, and the Lakers squad go out there to defend them and get in the fight. Half of the Lakers squad is gonna be on stretchers and shit, hurt after that game.
Yeah, he ain't lying, bro, because they softer than HEB tissue. I've been saying this, bro. So look, this is why I made that sentiment. And Amora J, you said something that was highly important, and you mentioned baby hands or baby face adult hands, man. Rondo. This is why Rondo was so important to them, man, because Rondo helped them have that toughness. Notice after his departure, bro, there is no toughness on the squad. There is none. And that's why I was using that as a reference. Like, I don't need him to score. I need him to be able to be a pest, because that is his talent. You mentioned what his talent is. His talent is to be a pest. It's not to score. It's to make your star feel uncomfortable. And the one thing,
you're right. I'm not denying.
Yeah, and the one thing that he does do well against anybody, whoever your star is in critical moments, for whatever reason, he does just enough pestering to get them to be off their game in critical moments. And it's already been shown. This is what the Lakers need, because they struggle closing games, they get leads, and they struggle closing the games. And we all know how much I love LeBron James. How many times has this 5-foot pestering kid got on LeBron James, who's 6-something, and he made LeBron take bad shots, right? Like, that's what you need. I don't need him to score. Lakers don't need him to score. They just need him to be a pest.
Yeah, sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze, man. I'm sorry.
Anthony Davis ain't worth the squeeze, bro. We still squeezing his ass.
No,
but that's all I'm saying about it.
What you say is 100% true. I'm not denying that at all.
Yeah.
He's
a bitch.
It's a personal thing.
He's a bitch.
I don't like his tactics. I don't like his tactics, and I damn sure didn't like the pushing of Chris Paul.
I don't want to win that way. That's what I'm saying, basically. I don't want it that way.
I don't want to win with that motherfucker on my team. Period.
Thank you. Which is what I'm saying.
I'd rather stomp on that motherfucker.
And then I take this last approach, because Minnesota made it this far, right? But they got tougher. And if you haven't noticed, they're not the same soft Minnesota team that we saw last year. They got some grit to them, and they all admitted that grit comes from Patrick Beverly.
It does.
Patrick Beverly got them believing that they out there tough. And that's what you need.
Yeah, cat like KAT, like I could definitely see a difference in him. But even him, I ain't gonna lie.
He was a little too aggressive.
Well, no.
But hold on, let's be fair. Before you jump in more, let's be fair. Also, the Minnesota don't have the pass with Beverly like we do. With
yeah. I know. But I'm just talking about his. I'm just talking about his presence.
Right, it did spread, but
that matters.
KAT's though. But KAT's is like, even his shit is annoying because he's soft and he's been like low key. If you watch them lately, he's been trying to like play like that mind game shit too, and be out there clapping and smiling and. Bro, get the fuck out of here.
Let me explain why I'm gonna hold your feet to the fire on this, D. Because, and I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying
you never said that. Yeah, it's not right about right or wrong. Yeah,
I'm gonna hold your feet to the fire because one thing about you that I remember we talked about 2-3 shows ago when you were talking about when we had the whole conversation about the money over like the championships. It's about how you do it, and that's not the way I'd want to do it. And sometimes it's bigger than just what is to be gained. And this is just my opinion. I'm not saying because what you're saying is true. If anybody was to actually listen to this, be like, but I get what D is saying. I get that, but I don't want it that way. It's a personal thing. From being a fan all my life, I don't want that motherfucker. I hate that.
Yeah, he's done enough for the Lakers for him not to ever daunt it. But it was just that
dude it was want to get with.
But it was just that thought.
Larry Bird should never play for the Lakers. It's certain people. Some things just don't mix, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And then lastly, like I said, his antics after the winning the game, bro, man, look, it's levels to this, bro. This called the play-in. We just got the play-in, bro. Say that for when you win a series.
At least when you make the Western Conference.
Just at least win the series, bro. And then I would be kind of okay.
Win the series. Thank you. I agree.
But on the play-in, and look, I get that you're sour. And again, Amore J and Eddie Dean and JJ, y'all right, man. That used to be your brothers, man. So getting on the thing and talking about, man, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like that's supposed to be your boys on or off the court. At least that's what I thought.
I do want to reiterate for the record. You are right though, as far as the toughness part. I want to make sure I do say. I get.
But
it's just the way.
It's the way he does it.
He can do it and not be that absurd and annoying, bro.
Like
he don't have to be that
you
bad,
can still do that.
But that's just how I feel about it, man. Like I don't hate the dude. You know what I mean? But if he came across you sideways, bro, if he came across y'all sideways, we're gonna have a problem.
I hate him. I don't hate him I don't know him personally, so I'm sure he has a wife. And
you hate his game.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I hate
him.
I hate what he puts out. If that's who he is personally, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I'm the same way.
You know, everybody shows you what they want you to see. It's not always who they really are. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I bullshit on social media. Some people may take me, think I'm this way because of how I post and what I say on social media. But for the most part, you're going to know who I really am. Chris Paul, he may get annoying sometimes, but we know he's a good person. I'm not saying that Beverly is a bad person. You know what I'm saying? Again, I know he has a daughter. I know he's a family person. So I'm not going to say I hate that aspect of him. But as far as what he shows, what he puts out there, more of that than other, I don't like what he does put out there.
I don't. I'm gonna say something. I have a personal thing against those particular Clippers. No, there's players right now that play for. If you ask me, Eddie, what teams do you have? We all Lakers fan. I love the fucking Lakers to the day I die. If you ask me what teams do you hate, I hate like the Celtics. I hate the Pistons, and I kind of about to say,
I hate the Pistons.
I hate those teams because we have a past with those teams.
Yeah,
but I don't hate. Let me tell you something. The hate for the Clippers is different because that's like how your little brother annoy you. But that's what makes
exactly what it is.
That's the red-headed stepchild. That's what that is.
Yeah, they really are. But I hate those players because what they did was it wasn't about like on the court stuff. They did stuff that's like deliberately, like they hated the Lakers themselves. Yeah. So no, I have no love for them. I have no love for Kawhi. I have no love for because it wasn't like they just got on the court and beat our ass or they played great. No, or it was great rivalry. No, they did underhanded, ugly shit. Like they wanted to kind of knock the Lakers down a couple pegs. That's not on the court. That's just like personal shit. So I hate them personally. I'm sorry.
Y'all beat us. Y'all beat us in the regular season, and now y'all the Kings of the LA.
They're the regular season champs.
How the fuck? Like what? You beat us in the regular season, but you still ain't won a fucking championship. But now LA is yours. Like what?
Thank you. Why? Oh, LA my top.
Like come on, man. Pack your bags, pack your panties up, and get the fuck out the Staples Center. Point blank.
That shit is so disrespectful. I guess that's it for me. Like
I don't give a fuck if the Clippers win 5 championships in a row. The Staples Centers will still not.
They got 12 more to go.
Hold on. Let me tell you something. I could respect. There was actually a part of me that could respect when they had Chris Paul and they had Blake Griffin, you know what I'm saying, and DeAndre. Dawg. It was a part of me that could respect when they had like back in the day when they had Elton Brand and Corey McGee and those players.
They wasn't talking about shit. They were just out there trying to ball. They was just trying to
respect those.
They was just trying to play for their fans. They was just
thank you. I like that Tino Mobley Elton Brand team. I was like, man,
Miles and all them and Quentin Richardson.
Yeah, Darius Miles. Thank you. I'm with you, bro.
I like them. I wanted them.
What I feel for these motherfuckers here, I don't like them personally because they did like chicken shit.
The only person on this squad right now that I can say, and it's not even the squad, it's actually the coach. It's Tyrone Lue. That's the only person I really care for. And that's because the Lakers screwed him. The Lakers screwed him.
They didn't screw him.
Come on, man. Any coach that gets a job, man, the coach normally picks their staff. How are you going to tell a head coach, I'm going to pick your staff and you're going to be okay with that? Oh, and by the way, I'm going to cut your salary too. No, yes, they did. That's what I'm saying. The only person on the Clippers that I don't mind would be Tyrone Lue because he did want to be the coach for the Lakers. They just told him, basically, you're going to take what we give you and you're going to take lesser pay. Man, Tyrone Lue got a ring on his finger, bro. Bro, get out of here. That's why Frank Vogel in the spot that was in the spot that he's in is because Tyrone Lue was who LeBron and them wanted, and they basically told Tyrone Lue, no, you're going to get our coaching staff, not the one that you want. And therefore he was like, okay, and you're gonna take a pay cut.
No,
Okay,
I'm sorry. Sidetrack. And I know we got to make sure we make time. Should Vogel have gotten fired?
Ooh,
Come on,
good.
we got to touch this. Should Vogel have gotten fired, y'all?
Look, man, it's just one of them things. It's just how this is how the game goes. You know, it's not so much that should he do I think he should have been fired? No, but there's two different ways. I have two sides to this.
Come on.
It's not his fault. It wasn't his fault. It wasn't. He didn't make the trades and stuff like that. So that's not his fault. And he did what he could. Injuries, all that. It's not his fault, man. It's not. If he had a healthy AD, a healthy LeBron, healthy Westbrook, things would have been a lot different. But because of
you do believe he could have got him to jail?
What was that?
If they'd have played more games.
So yeah, I mean, yeah. Just because
let's say they played at least 40, 50 games together.
Yeah,
they'd have jailed.
It wouldn't have been what it was for sure. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's just one of the things where they can't continue to go like this. They have to blame somebody. They're not going to blame LeBron. You know what I'm saying? We know AD's fucking made out of plastic, but they're not going to talk about that too much.
And you can blame Westbrook. He don't even give a fuck.
He don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Care if you blame him. He ain't listening. He don't.
He's blaming Vogel. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
in one ear and out the other.
And so it's just one of the things that sadly, it just he was the fall guy. That's really what it came down to. It wasn't his fault. The only thing that I can say is that I do think that he could have had better lineups throughout the season. And I do think that I think that he actually got out coached even in the playoffs that we won the championship in the bubble. But because but because we had AD available and LeBron available, and we had basically 98% of our roster
that team
available.
Was just ready. That team was ready.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why we won. But I think that there was actually some.
That's a good. I like that.
I do think that there were some questionable times in that bubble that he has some questionable lineups a lot. That it took him. I feel like it took him all the way almost to the championship round to finally figure this shit out. I feel like
because I'm gonna be honest. I hit a whole age thing, but I know that what we're saying about the injuries, but I really believe he could have still got more out of this team this year. I don't think they should have fired him, but it's almost like he wasn't producing.
Yeah, I mean, like I said,
and Jay, what y'all think about that? Y'all think they should have fired Vogel?
I think LeBron James threw him under the bus without saying shit.
Wow. Okay.
I mean,
you think LeBron pulled the LeBron on him, huh?
I do think so, because why do you not play in the game that you could have won to get that play in?
They could have still
because you don't play, you don't get in. He's getting fired. Yeah. If y'all get that play in and y'all win some games,
nah, he was gonna get fired regardless. He was gonna be fired. Yeah, we were never gonna win a championship. AD coming back still, he wasn't himself. Westbrook,
I agree. You're right, Amar. We'd have been just like Beverly, and then we'd have made the playoffs.
Yeah,
we wouldn't have went far.
He would have got fired regardless, 100%.
D, I wasn't trying to take this over. I apologize, but I still want to know what you think. You think they should have fired Vogel, D?
He can't hear you.
He can't hear.
His headphones are down.
Oh wow, shit.
But I think he did that on purpose. I think he solidified his way out.
I never even thought about that one. Seriously.
No, yeah, I think he was going to get fired regardless.
Job board, their thing that they send out at 4:00 every morning to get an idea of what they show on their schedule.
Okay.
You can look at all that stuff and have an idea what's going on.
Okay.
But I think that's what he did. He did it on purpose. So I don't know. It's like I said, he might have had his way out anyway, but I think LeBron James just kind of.
You're saying that basically LeBron was pretty much like, man, this season's done regardless.
Fuck him.
So
I never thought about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna just make sure that this shit is over.
Yeah, basically.
I like y'all because y'all two always got that kind of take where like it's some kind of conspiracy going on with shit. Both of y'all do that. I like that though. I never thought about that, but that could be because that LeBron shit didn't make sense to me either. I'm like, why the fuck would he not? Yeah, something can be gained, something, but it's like he just like fuck it.
Yeah.
Good. I was like, wow, okay, well, I'm not, but okay. Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, players like that, they gotta have a reason for not doing something.
For everything.
And
since we just kind of I'm sorry. Go ahead, JJ.
Nah, and that's just me. I think that's why he did it.
So since we just kind of doing our own thing right now, so who should they pick up next? Who should be? Y'all got any ideas who they should try to pick up?
I don't. I don't, man. Me personally, you've seen it out there. Me personally, I would like Mark Jackson, and not because
Love Mark. It's
like-
so right. It's perfect,
like,
man.
do I think that's what they're gonna go with? I don't
He's such a
think they
gem.
will.
Man, I'm
I
ready.
just, me personally, because we all talked about this before, bro. I just think that that's a whole nother topic, man. Just, I think
as long as he get a decent GM wherever he goes, why has this man not coached again?
because he's his own person. That's why. And because like Jerry Jones, a lot of these owners and shit want to have a say so, and they want to have a take on what's gonna happen. And Mark Jackson is not that motherfucker, and that's what it is.
I guess you're right, man. Because
That's
That's because he's the
I'd
bomb,
be
bro.
like, why is he not jumping out there again, man? I love him to come to the Lakers. I mean that shit.
I mean, he's old school though. Fool, you got to remember that too. Outside of Popovich, he's that old school person, and everybody these days, again, everybody's soft these days. They can't take a hard coach, and he's an old school hard nosed coach, and kids don't respond to that anymore. So you got to find somebody that's softer.
You got a
Yeah.
lot of egos
But
on that team.
Did
we
we,
also-
did we got you. Oh, go ahead, Amar.
But we also not on a team with kids no more, though. We're on a team with vets right now. You know,
True.
Yeah,
and
But
you
that's some
need
big
you need
egos,
somebody.
though.
That's why you need somebody like him, though. Because what they do to Vogel, they ran over that motherfucker. What's going on?
Yes.
What's going on with Steve Nash running over that motherfucker?
Yeah, and that's
So-
Steve Nash.
Yeah.
You ought to be ready.
You know what I'm
for that.
saying? And at the end of the day,
Yeah.
at the
You
end
should
of
have
the
saw
day,
that coming. I mean,
I'm not scared of that challenge. I'd rather have a hard-nosed fucking coach that will try to contain these egos rather than the coach is going to let them run over them. Because you know what's going to happen? That coach is either going to fucking either succeed, one, or two, they lose and he's the scapegoat. I'd rather have a hard nose that's going to try to get the best out of every motherfucker on that team
Yeah.
and
At
hold
least it gives you
everybody
better chance
and
of
hold
winning.
everybody
Thank you.
accountable. And if
No,
that's
look at Phil Jackson. Look at fucking Pat. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
well,
I
I'll
agree.
say this. I totally agree with that. But then now I'm going to say this one thing about Frank Vogel, man. And this, again, I don't feel like this is his fault. But
It's
I told
not.
y'all already what this was, man. What did I tell y'all? I said LeBron James didn't want to play with him, and he gonna do whatever he can to get him out of there.
Well, we
He
just
made
said
it
that.
abundantly
We-
clear.
we just
He
said
made
that.
it
You're the only
abundantly
one
clear.
didn't,
Yeah.
you're the only one didn't answer the question. You was kind of off a little bit. Real quick, do you think they should have fired him? I already see what the answer gonna be.
No, I don't feel like they should have, but it was the right answer to do it. If they're trying to win a championship, it was the right answer because you got to
That's what
make
Amar said.
LeBron
That's kind of
James.
what Amar said.
You got to make LeBron James happy, but to make him happy would have been originally was to hire Tyronn Lue, right? But there is somebody on that bench that he does that he does admire and he does appreciate, and that's what's his name, man? God, I think I'm going blank on his name now because I got a hot. God, man, the young brother that's on the bench for the Lakers.
You talking about part of the
Um,
coaching staff?
yeah, part of the coaching staff.
God
God, I'm going blank, man. I feel so.
damn, I think I know where you're going with this.
Yeah, let me see.
I know I'm trying to see too.
Yeah, man, I'm because I'm going blank on this argument, man. But freako, man. David Fizdale.
Fizdale.
Yeah, Fizdale. Yeah,
Yeah.
David Fizdale. And see, I didn't even have to do this. I had to take a moment to think about it. But
Yeah, I could see it in my
Fizdale.
head, but I couldn't remember the
Yeah.
name off the top of my head. My mind was blank.
So that's why I fit in on that, bro. He shouldn't have been fired, but ultimately it was the right decision to make, man, because LeBron obviously told you he ain't playing for him.
Yeah.
I think that was highly noted, man. But I told y'all that. I told y'all that man was not gonna last long.
I knew he wasn't.
And it's all because how LeBron James feel. All right, fellas. So look, since I had a little pause in reaction over there, man, work never seems to end. So we're gonna squeeze on to the next one, man, which I feel like is a good one, man. Let's talk about my boy, you guys' friend, my friend, Baker Mayfield. So I asked this question of you guys, man. Do you guys feel like Baker Mayfield is being disrespected by the hiring of Deshaun Watson? And also, where do y'all see Baker Mayfield going? Or what team? Better yet, let me just say it like this. What team do y'all feel like would take a Baker Mayfield? JJ, I'm gonna let you start this one, big dog.
Man, Baker Mayfield, I think he's gonna want to go to Seahawks or somewhere where he could feel like he could compete for a job right now.
Yeah.
But for me, if I was Baker Mayfield, I wouldn't do that, because if you compete for a job at the Seahawks or wherever you feel like you have a chance to fight for that job, the Atlanta Falcons or whatever, if you lose that job, you're pretty much done, because
Mhm.
you're gonna go to being a backup, and once you go into being a backup, you've already lost your starting job. You've already put yourself out there saying that you're being disrespected, and now you want to go prove yourself. And if you don't prove yourself, nobody else gonna take you serious. So once you get into the backup spot, you, I would say your career is over,
Mhm.
unless whoever you're backing up ends up breaking his leg and he's down there eating his toes in his mouth, and you get your starting job again.
Yeah.
So if I was Baker Mayfield, what I would do, I would go make buddies with Tom Brady and tell him, hey, look, I want to be your backup. I want to learn from you. You know, it would be an honor for me to be in the back seat and just learning from an all-time great. I would kiss his ass, do whatever,
Oh, yeah.
let his ball sack hit your forehead, whatever you got to do. But that's what you got to do, because
Oh my
once
gosh.
once Tom Brady, man, he's gonna play one more year, maybe two. You go to Tampa Bay, and you see his worth ethic, and you get up there and you getting good where everybody else. Man, once Tom Brady gets out, he's pretty much got that starting job, unless they have some badass quarterback that they drafted that's gonna fight for
Yeah.
that spot. But if he gets in there and he proves himself, he he better show up. If Tom Brady shows up at 6 o'clock, he better be there at 5:45, ready to open that door for Tom Brady. He better be there till the last minute when Tom Brady's leaving and
Yeah.
opening that door for him to go out. And once Tom Brady goes out, it's gonna be his spot to lose.
Yeah.
If he goes anywhere else and he loses uh the the spot to whoever's next to him, I think his career is over. That's just me.
Yeah. Maury Jane, let me get you up in there, man. Tell me how you feel.
Well, just before I get into what I was gonna say, me piggybacking off of that, I would I would like to see him actually go to Tampa Bay. I would like to see that. Just because we know that you know Brady is not going to be here long term. We know he's here for another year or so. Let Baker work behind one of the best to ever do it. And then when he comes in, he comes out with nothing but weapons, real weapons in a defense. Now, I don't want to say it like that as well, because I mean he was put in a great predicament in Cleveland as well, But I would like to see him go there to Tampa Bay. Another option, obviously, I know he's talking about Seattle, but that's more so only because the fact that they're the only team that's going to look at you right now. Everybody else has their quarterback for the season. So it doesn't say much when you say, on a podcast to somebody or an interview that, right now it's looking like Seattle. Well, yeah, motherfucker, obviously they're the only team that don't have a solidified fucking quarterback. So it don't say much when you saying that, on the interview. But another one that I would throw out there that I don't think I have not heard anybody say, I would like to see even possibly going to Miami. And here's why: because Miami's already pretty much almost 1 foot out on Tua, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you feel that this guy can do something better than what Tua's doing with those proven weapons over there, why not? You don't have to pay the man a whole lot of money. If you trade for him right now, you know what I mean? You won't have to pay him a whole lot, right? He's still on a
Yeah.
1 year deal. Let them. I would like to see them battle it out, and So teams that I haven't been hearing about, Tampa Bay is an option. He's saying he wants to go to Seattle because obviously he knows he could probably go there and start there right now because all he has to worry about is what Geno Smith and Drew Lock.
And Drew Lock, yeah.
Obviously he knows he can go start there right now. But why put yourself in a predicament to go start somewhere that you can start off the bat but have no defense, have no fun? Yeah, they have picks, but who's to say they're gonna, have a good draft? If you couldn't succeed where you were with a great fucking surrounding of a cast, what the fuck? Why would you put yourself in a bad predicament and go to Seattle? So me personally, I'm looking more deeper into it at a bigger picture. And I'm looking past even Tampa Bay now because who the fucking knows? Brady may play for another 5 years with the way he thinks he is. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker. So I would even go deeper.
He's telling the truth. He's telling the truth. Yeah.
I'd go even deeper. So nobody talked about Miami. Next one. Why is nobody talking about the Giants? Why wouldn't that? Why would I'd take Baker over fucking over Jones.
Yeah,
They've already
Dimes.
They've already said they're not taking him, picking up his option.
I thought about that.
So their future is already pretty much, they're looking for the future already after Jones this year. So why not go trade for Baker? And again, I'm not saying it as in Baker is going to be their savior either, but I mean, I like the mobility in Baker over Jones, but again, same scenario. You go to New York, they can't seem to find a good cast. They go pay guys, and nobody on that office, that office can stay healthy, and that's what I'm trying to stay with. So back to the initial question, as far as disrespect and everything, I skipped some loops on that. Do I feel he's been disrespected and everything? The only aspect that I feel he's been disrespected is with them coming out and making a statement as them wanting an adult at a quarterback. That is the only aspect that I feel. Other than that, you've been nothing but respected. They drafted you with their first pick. 1, 2, they gave you the supporting cast that some quarterbacks that dream die, would wish they could have. You have a defense that is turning the ball over, giving you extra chances. You had, there's no teams in a league,
the number one rushing attack.
Yeah, there's no teams in the league that has a Kareem
previous
Hunt
year
and a Chubb that you've had an offensive line like you've had. The only thing that I can say for you, in your defense is that you have not had a number one go-to premier wide receiver that is leading the league in receptions and yards after catch and all that. But in the same sense, you don't need that when you have the 1-2 punch running the game that you have, when you have an offensive line that you have, when you have a defensive line, a pass rush, guys that, when you have all those other things that you have, you don't need to have a Cooper Kupp, a Devontae Adams, and so forth. You don't have to have that when you have that. The Aaron Rodgers and the Brady's of the games and all that, they need guys like that because they don't have that running game that you have in the offensive line that you have. So, no, overall, if we're going to count the cons and pros, no, you were not disrespected. The only thing you were disrespected on is by them making that one fucking statement of them wanting an adult. And even that tells you about yourself. Maybe you should look in the mirror and, well, why are they saying this about me? Motherfucker, because you need to grow up. Obviously, you're doing something wrong for them to say that because you don't usually hear organizations do that. Now, was that wrong of an organization to do that? That was. Was that childish of an organization to do that? That was. They're childish for that. But something was done. Did they lie? But did they lie? Yeah, exactly. So there's something brewing in that organization, and something even bigger. Usually when teammates have somebody that they like, that they back, that they love, that they felt was their franchise quarterback, usually you'll kind of hear somebody come out and say, like, you remember the legendary T.O. That's my quarterback, man. That's my quarterback.
We're talking about T.O. like that. We're talking about T.O. That's my boy. That's my boy.
And, I'm just saying, when it's somebody that you love and you cherish, if this is my guy, I'm rocking with this guy. You know what I'm saying? Fuck what the organization is telling me. Fuck what my coaches is telling me. If this is my guy and I'm rocking with this dude and this is my quarterback and I feel strongly about this guy, I'm gonna back him. We didn't hear not one person back this dude. So, You know,
That says a lot. Eddie, didn't squeeze yourself in there, man. We heard crickets.
The time in the past, well, I like what Amar J said. First of all, I like what him and JJ said. The time in the past, the times in the past when we have known teams to even, come off like they might have felt that they had a quarterback like that was players like, let's say like Johnny Manziel, and 9 times out of 10, like what he said a minute ago, if it was. It's all, even if it was true, those dudes kind of never really changed anyway, regardless if people told them or not. So I think that at the end of the day, that's why they're going about this like they kind of like are ready to wash their hands with it, blah blah blah. Now, me personally, I don't know. I think the guy still got some football in him, and we can look at it from different aspects. I like what JJ said to bring up the whole Tampa Bay thing because that's a good take. I would say the same thing if Green Bay didn't have love, I'd say the same thing about Green Bay. I'd be like, that'd be a good place for him because, you got an old motherfucker over there, too, that's probably going to be there too much longer that you can learn from, whose, to me, style would fit Baker's more as far as to learn how to play that style better, because they're more similar as in Aaron Rodgers and fucking Baker. But that might be what he needs just to learn behind somebody like Brady. But I still felt that was a good take on that. I get what Morris said. Me personally, with everything with New York getting a new coach and everything, I felt like they might need a new shot, and they may want to get away from Daniel Jones. All that makes sense. It's funny because it's almost like none of us feel that Seattle shit. Like it's almost like this shit was like it's like a shot in the dark. That it's just bullshit based on just kind of like, okay, let me throw something out there because at the wall and see if it stick. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Me personally, we could look at all that. There was times where I felt per the trade that, and we said this 2 weeks ago, that Houston should have tried to make that include him in the trade when they with Sean, but fuck out, I'm past it. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Right now, I think I can see with the receiving core that they have and with what he brings to the table and the coaching staff that's there, I could see him possibly trying to get a second chance in Pittsburgh. They got the 20th pick. So, and this ain't no quarterback heavy draft, right? And they got receivers there that could make like kind of carry him a little bit. They got a good coaching staff and Tomlin. They got your boy over there. Y'all love Flores.
I love Flores, man.
I can kind of see something coming from that. I think that would be a good chance because, like I said, with the pick they got in this draft, it ain't like they're going to be getting nobody no time soon. So it's like, to me, that would be a good fit for him. And they could, in a good organization that they can actually work with him and build something out of his career, kind of something to salvage. Me personally, I never felt that Baker was terrible, but he got a lot of growing to do, Yeah. So, and I think that would be a great. I don't know about y'all, but I always felt Pittsburgh is a class organization. So I felt like if anything, that would be a great place at a time when they need somebody. They got a big hole at quarterback. They got great. I can say great receivers, but they got a solid receiving.
They got good enough receivers to make. They got good enough
receivers to carry him with their route running.
They need to just focus on their offensive line in this draft.
They don't have to with the receivers they got. He don't have to be great, is what I'm saying. So like it's a good place to start. I'm not saying Baker could take their ass to the Super Bowl this year, but I am saying like I think they could be solid. Under the right coach, he could develop him a little bit, work with him a little bit, and get something out of him as a player. I feel like that.
My other knock on Baker Mayfield, man, is just the fact that, it's like, well, wherever he goes, though, it's just like, well, what's going to be the difference? Because, like I said, it's hard to look past that.
Yeah. He had everything he needed in fucking. I agree. In Cleveland.
Yeah, you got, and then I forgot to mention that, the whole disrespectful part, bro, you've had how many coaches fired since you've been there? You ain't been there but 3 years. And I think he only had one, every year he's had a different offensive coordinator and coach. But you know what I'm saying? Like that tells you something too. You know what I mean? Like, so the organization's trying to do things for you and it's still not working. And I can't say it's not working because obviously he's done a lot for, the organization than what they've been in past time. But
I agree with you, but I still, again, kind of like what I said a few weeks ago, I don't know. That's a good point. I'm not denying your point, but I don't know if that's a Baker thing or a Cleveland thing. It's not like they're the best ran organization. So,
JJ, was that something you wanted to add in there?
I didn't say nothing about the disrespect. but I think there is something going on there because Duke Johnson, whenever he got traded, I mean, uh
When Houston picked him up.
whenever Deshaun Watson got traded there,
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Duke Johnson uh, made fun of Baker Mayfield because supposedly he made a comment about something about he was going to ride the train all along, whatever. Duke Johnson posted something on Instagram or I don't know where a train wrecked and it was on fire. So he was basically insinuating something about what Baker Mayfield had.
Yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, whenever Duke had a problem with him before Duke left. And then so Baker basically, made the whole train concept. So now he let him know that the train's on fire because you drove it.
Yeah, and Odell left because of Baker. So now that Deshaun Watson there, he's talking about trying to get back to the Browns. So something was there, man.
So I'm gonna piggy up off of that, and I'm gonna start my conversation because you said that, and guess who else decided that they wanted to go back to? It was Jarvis Landry. Jarvis Landry wanted out, once Jarvis Landry saw that Deshaun was back, now he's willing to take a pay cut in order to get there. That says enough in itself. It almost cements. It almost cements what Amari J was saying, man. Like, obviously there's something there, you know what I mean? Because players would normally stick out for you, but it seemed like players now are speaking against. So I want to hit on a few points real quick about Baker Mayfield, and I'm going to say this. There is no disrespect here. Yeah, the organization made that one little chimey comment, but I don't think that they lied about it because obviously you hit Twitter first, right? With your antics and all this. So I want him to listen to this, man, and I want him to really gather the difference between him as a player versus what they picked up. So if we look at Baker Mayfield's stats, man, from last year, man, he threw for 3,000 yards, 17 touchdowns, and 13 interceptions. The last time we saw Deshaun Watson play, right, he had 4,823 yards, 33 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. And he didn't even have an Odell Beckham on his field. He didn't have the number one rush game. He had a crappy offensive line, and he put up 33 and 7. 33 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. My brother, that's not disrespect. That's called an upgrade. That's called their upgrading because they gave you an offensive line, they gave you a run game, and they gave you some star receivers, and they gave you a solid defense, and you mucked it up. You mucked it up, but I'm gonna take it a step back because this is what Skip was talking about, his previous stats. So we've heard Deshaun Watson's at 4,800, right? He only threw for 3,500 yards the previous year with the number one rushing attack, 26 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. He not even on the same playing field, and he has everything surrounding him that Deshaun Watson didn't have. So you can't sit up here and talk about you being disrespected, bro. Like, they gave you everything. The only disrespect is your play on the field, and you trash. I'm going to just say it. I don't care where y'all want to send him to. He needs to hold a clipboard somewhere. He needs to be a third-string quarterback because he sucks. He sucks. He's hype. He's hype. Amari J, I hate to do this for your take, man, but I want to take you down a trip real quick on this one right here. Let's go back to last year. So he threw for his 3,000 yards, right? And you said New York would be good, right? Well, check this out. Daniel Jones threw for 2,428 yards. That's only 530 yards difference than what Baker Mayfield did. So why would I want to be in the same playing field with the quarterback that I already have? I need to upgrade, not stay the same. I need to upgrade and not stay the same. 10 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. They're in the same ballpark, bro.
Possibly, but hold on. Did we talk about this past season?
Yeah.
But how many games did Daniel Jones miss this year? How many games did Baker miss? I know Baker got hurt.
Yeah. Baker missed 2 games.
I mean,
wow.
we talking numbers, so it matters.
Yeah, we talking numbers. Yeah,
I'm really asking, like, did he miss how many? I know he was out because I ain't watching.
Yeah, Daniel Jones. Yeah, he was two games, two games.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
But to be fair, but think about it though. But look what Daniel Jones had. He don't have an offensive line. He don't have a run game, and he don't have receivers.
Near the team they had in Cleveland.
He says he is about as bad as Russell Wilson was in Seattle. He say, "Hut, they back there in the backfield." So he has nothing to work with.
Matter of fact, D, I don't know how healthy Jones was, but I know the whole team wasn't. So
Yeah, the
I know
whole
the
team.
Giants stayed hurt.
Yeah,
So,
the Giants stayed hurt, but that's
a good
but that's
point.
what I'm saying though. If you think about it, why would you want to stay the same? You want to get better. So if I'm the Giants, I'm not touching Baker Mayfield. The only people that can probably touch Baker Mayfield are the guys that y'all named already that already have solidified starters where he can hold the clipboard, because that's about all he's good for, bro. He's overhyped. He's not worth it, man. The train has crashed, and he needs to go ahead and give it up, because the only disrespect that I see is his play on the field. His play on the field is totally disrespectful, and I'm sorry. And his attitude towards the game is horrible.
You sure
So there's no upside to Baker, is what you're saying?
No. So my last and final argument, my last and final argument was this. Skip Bayless said this morning, and this so pissed me off. And this is why I changed the channel. And I told y'all, he said that Baker Mayfield is better than Dakota Prescott. He said Baker Mayfield is better than Dakota Prescott. And y'all know I'm not a Cowboys fan, but let me tell you something.
Context in which that was said.
When it came down to which quarterback was better and he would prefer, it was Baker Mayfield. So let me just give you this one.
Yeah,
Let me give you this.
What Skip said.
No, I think he said it, but I think he was back against the wall at that. He was back against the wall.
So look,
it was one of these like, fuck it.
Yeah.
It was just,
Shannon put him in the wall. So now I want to let the viewers know this is what I'm talking about whenever they try to pump y'all with information. Dak Prescott threw for 4,449 yards, 37 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions, and he didn't have half the personnel that Baker Mayfield had. He didn't even have the number. Zeke not even eating, bro. He's sitting at the table looking at the cereal.
not at all. Yeah, him
You
or
see what I'm
Pollard.
saying?
Pollard Pollard has like one breakout run per game.
So
or some
you
shit.
telling me that? So you telling me now that Amari Cooper is better than Odell Beckham? There's no way that you're selling me on this.
Well, yeah, that I can say only because of the availability wise. Yes.
Yeah, but that's it though. But that's it. But when he's on the field, if you give Dakota Odell Beckham, he has better stats than this. He has a couple more touchdowns. He's in that 5,000 yard category. You cannot. He uttered those words, and I don't know
the difference between them, like as far as rating wise and stuff like that. I don't know the numbers that matter.
I'm just giving you
between them.
Yeah,
I don't know is what I'm saying.
I'm just telling you.
I never even compared them to each other. I don't know.
Yeah, because they're not on the same playing field, man.
I hate the Cowboys, but that's very true. That's than Baker.
And I don't know where he came from with this one, man. And again, viewers, this is why I'm telling y'all. Sometimes you got to do your own research.
I won't even say just with the eye test. I mean, basically,
the eye test, they're not the same, bro.
They're not the same, man. Like
they're not the same.
Yeah, you could just look at one and know you're gonna. To me, Dak is just more of a better tier quarterback.
Yeah, Dak can go anywhere right now and start for anybody, bro. I mean, that's Dak Prescott, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I hate the Cowboys, and I'm saying that.
He needs to go back to elementary and listen to the counselors and the principals whenever they say dare.
Yeah.
Stay drug free.
Stay drug free, bro, because Skip wild out on that one, bro. Yeah. So fellas, it's that Hennessy time real quick, man. I just wanted to get that off my chest, man. And I'm glad we're able to educate the viewers on this one, man, because that was some stupid shit that was uttered, bro. I can't even believe that, bro. Like, it was so bad. Like, I changed the channel. I was done. I didn't turn it back on until Joy came back on television, and I ain't even much gonna lie to you. That was really about
it. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. So anyway, fellas, it's Hennessy time, man, and it's tequila time, man. Let's grab our drinks, man. Let's get a little shotty shot. You know what I mean? For a little halftime break, and when we come back, man, we're gonna talk about the good old Tiger Woods. And again, as always, heart, like, subscribe, and comment, man, to everything, man. The way you guys feel about the show would be greatly appreciative for us, man. So again, fellas, until we come back from the halftime break, man, cheers.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, Colin? How we see it, nation, man? We back after Hennessy time. We took our little shots. We all feeling good. Oh, well, somebody taking the bottle now, man, at a good white Hennessy, man. One of us on this panel is highly jealous, right? But before we start this, and we was on the conversation with oh boy, don't do that. Oh Lord, have mercy. That boy done caught the Hennessy ghost. so before we get started on to the next topic real quick, man. The Hennessy ghost, bro. I'm telling you, man.
That caught me off guard, man. Drunk Holy Ghost.
but we do want to shed some love, man, to one fallen member in the quarterback community, man. Right, Dwayne Haskins, man. So let's shout with some love, man. Prayers go out to him and his family, man. And I will say this before we hop into the Tiger Woods statement. Adam Schefter, man, that was a whole ass stunt you pulled with that message, man. And I'm gonna just keep it 100. But I want you to notice one thing, man. Nobody asked for your job after that whole ass stunt. Y'all wanted me to keep that same energy with Patrick Beverly. I will say this, Adam Schefter, that was a whole move. And if any one of his family members ever see you, they should Will Smith your ass.
Hey,
immediately
so
on site.
I heard a little bit about it, but what real quick, like if you can if it's a quick thing, what happened?
Yeah, make it real quick. Just make it real quick, man. So he reported that that Dwayne Haskins passed away, but in the sentiment of all of that, he noted how much of a failure he was in the NFL.
It was like a very negative comment.
It was a very and when people die, you don't do that, bro.
You don't. It came off like he was like basically notating like what was the most recent news with him as far as the description of who he was, but that ain't the time to do it. That ain't the time to do that, man. It was in very poor taste. It was
very poor taste. JJ, you want to say something on that, man? Because
I mean, it's sad because it's basically like okay, like somebody just got shot up, but it was like so and so passed away, he got shot up, but he was also in trouble with the police and he was on drugs and he robbed so and so, like, no, like you don't do that. It's like, okay, the dude got killed, like pay your respects, and that's it. You know,
that's it, man.
You ain't got to put out his life story out there, like. Just
we all watch sports, man. We know what it is, man. But we don't,
he wasn't the only person I heard did that. I heard there was another guy that I got to get his name, but just throwing it out there. He deals with the Dallas Cowboys organization. I forgot he's like 90 years old, something like that. And I guess he's the guy that
Pierre Jones.
I guess he's the guy that invites the college players to come to the green room and stuff like that. And basically he was saying something around the lines of like, you know, not quote unquote, but somewhere around the lines of like, I guess when Haskins came out, you know, from Ohio State or whatever, that he was kind of like telling him like he should have stayed in college, and he was mad. And I guess he held a grudge against him. And he was on some like podcast or show doing an interview kind of like around the lines of saying that, you know, if he wouldn't have came out, you know, too soon, he wouldn't have been, this wouldn't have happened kind of thing. And just was saying a lot of fucked up things, bro. And I guess they're saying like, obviously now his job is probably up, you know, about to be done, but yeah, it should be, you know. And that's another story. Yeah. Like I said, I'll get the name and everything, but yeah, it's just crazy, man.
Can I pose a question?
Yeah.
Now, this is something when we first heard this shit, we were talking our shit at work. What do y'all think that was some fuckery with that? Because and maybe more has happened since then because I've been at work and I've been on days. But when I heard what happened, it sounded like some. And I'm not trying to shit on the man's name. I'm saying that it didn't make sense to me how he died.
It seems so strange, man.
Strange shit. I'm like, so what? I said, so this man was crossing a freeway and got hit by what was it, like a dump? Because again, I was at work when I heard this.
Yeah,
like
it was a dump truck or something like that, man.
It's almost like that. It's almost like either some. And I'm not throwing nobody in the bus, like. But it was normally a situation like that. There's either been some kind of shit with some kind of drugs, some mental shit, or somebody got set up and fucked them up. And why would this have happened that way? Bottom line is, it was a weird death. What do y'all think about that?
Me and JJ was talking about it on the text message too, man. And that's the first thing that JJ noted was that it was strange.
Yeah,
like,
we was all talking about. I think I was talking with y'all.
Yeah,
you're right. I was talking with y'all. About
I just think that it's strange, man. I would like to get more information,
real quick,
but I just find it to be strange.
And real quick, his name is Gil Brandt.
That's the Dallas guy.
Yeah, and what he said was, now official quote, he said he was a guy that was living to be dead. It was real fucked up. It was always something with Haskins. Maybe if he stayed in school a year, he wouldn't do silly things like jogging on the highway.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
To me, that's worse than Schefter or whatever.
Yeah. But I read something today, as a matter of fact, on that.
He'd be at the rallies.
Might be. but
Oh,
he might have that little cone hat sitting in the closet
Something.
somewhere.
he
And
got that red
I'm
sheet.
not saying I connect both, but I'm just saying it don't seem like he like certain people to make a
But
comment like that because that's very hateful to me. That's just like
yeah,
That's some red
it's
sheet
almost
type
some
stuff right there,
yeah, that's
man.
kind of some stereotypical like I'm throwing people under the bus for a reason type shit. That's all I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying.
but I read something today that it came out that somebody on the highway actually called 911 right before he died because all the cars were moving to the left lane because he was walking in the right lane. Like he was walking in the right lane and he knew that something bad was going to happen. So he called 911 to tell him that somebody was just straight up walking in the right
What?
lane. So right after that, like a few minutes later, he said that that's whenever it happened. Like I guess that dump truck never saw him and just ran over him.
Wow.
So I don't know, man. I think for him to just straight up just be walking on a highway in the right lane,
He was fighting some demons or something, or
Man.
yeah,
But this,
something.
but this sentiment goes back to what I'm saying too, fellas. Whenever I say that, man, and I'm not saying this brother had that, right? But you use the term demons, right? But this is what I mean by mental issues, bro. Man, you never know what somebody going through, man. And if you could just take the time, man, to just be there for somebody, man. It could change somebody's life, man. But I'm gonna say that, and I'm about to get on Gilbert's bitch ass. You tell that motherfucker, man, I can't wait for something to happen to him, and then I want to see how his family gonna feel if somebody reports some stupid shit like that, bro. This is what I'm talking about us as people, man. That's called lack of respect, fool. You know what I'm saying?
that's
That's
not
a
that's
lack.
that's
That's a lack of
beyond.
respect.
That's
It's beyond
beyond.
it. But I'm being courteous about it because I called him a bitch. And I'm gonna say it again. He a bitch, and this is one too that if you see him on site, bro, I don't condone violence. And I know I joke a lot on here, but that's an
He's
on
90.
site ass
He's
whooping.
90 years
Well,
old.
guess what? You ain't never too old to get an ass whooping, bro. I'm straight
I
up.
don't condone violence either. I
Like,
just think I'm gonna get my ass whipped for some shit I be saying.
Yeah.
hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, he better be calling God, bro. I'm telling you, because he what a couple days away from meeting Jesus, mainly after making the comment like that, bro. Like that's
Yeah,
out of
man.
line, bro.
That's
Like
that
that
shit is
that
out of
makes
It's
pocket.
extremely it's extremely
that's extremely out of line. What does him having to go to college have to do about his personality? There's a lot
okay.
of fucked up people that go to college.
So
They got fucked up.
let's talk about this. Some people, I guess, let me add to what I'm saying, and maybe to make more sense. What I'm saying, some people look for any opportunity to take shots. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It doesn't because they have an agenda and they're gonna put out certain stuff, certain negativity, and regardless of how sensitive a subject it is, if they can find a way to wedge that negativity in there, like yeah, this person, that's they make bad decisions and they did this and they did that and he should have done this, and he should have. Man, you don't know that shit, motherfucker. Who the fuck are you? But if you have to ask yourself, like, who the fuck are you? That lets you know that person is doing that deliberately. They're making a point. It's like almost like a subtle propaganda that they're trying to, or a narrative they're pushing. So no, that's all that is, man. When I hear stuff like that, somebody being so deliberately negative like that, that's all I'm hearing is somebody who basically is trying to paint a bad picture about somebody else for a reason. And that's why I made the comment I made, because that's normally the kind of motherfuckers that's doing it.
yeah.
Well,
And to
look,
keep it
man,
100 on his bitch ass real quick, man. If he knew all of that, right, and he knew this man was going through some troubles, then why you didn't try to help? That's what I want to know. Why you didn't try to help? So you might as well say you got blood on your hands because you sat back there and did nothing. But you can comment.
Talk shit. I knew bad was going to happen, but I didn't say anything or help.
Man, get out of here.
I just
Well,
waited
look,
to talk
man.
shit in my little comment.
Overall, man, like D-Wall said, man, mental health is a very big, very serious, very important thing, especially right now to live, in the world that we live in. So, just try to respect others. Try to, think outside and get outside of your own head sometimes, because sometimes you could be that deciding factor in somebody's life. Some people may be at that tipping point, and based off of how you react or you treat somebody that day, you could be that final decision in what they decide to do in that, their life. And that's just, it really is that sensitive nowadays, so, let's, we're blessed to be here. We're blessed to be living. We're blessed to be able to, to be talking to, what I'm saying? We're blessed, to be able to do the things that we're allowed to be able to do, to pay bills, to be able to work, to be able to provide, to be able to have friends, to be able to love, to be able to share things. Everything that we do is a blessing. So
Mhm. It's a
regardless,
gift, bro.
regardless if you think that you're having a bad day, just know that it can be worse. You know, it can really be worse, right? Like I thought I had a bad day until I got on here with my brothers and stuff, and JJ's telling me how good of a day he's having today. You know what? Now I'm having a good day. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And so you know what I'm saying? I always look at it every day as, even if I'm having a bad day, I'm not gonna show it. I'm gonna show nothing but smiles and positivity, and I'm gonna try to rub that off on somebody else, because you just never know what the next person is going through. Um,
Mhm.
with that being said, we're gonna finish on our last topic, man.
Oh,
Um,
never mind.
Oh,
and
this is a simple yes or no on this topic, bro. Like
yeah, I
straight
mean,
up. I
yeah,
just want to know.
and this is,
Disregard
you
my
know,
text then.
how to.
Yeah. Mine's a simple yes or
Get it
no.
when you see it. I was like, it's all
Yeah,
good. No,
just real quick, you know, do we feel that Tiger Woods is the GOAT? You know, and like we said, it's, you know, you don't have to go into depth with it. You know, it's a quick yes or no. If you want to give a little bit of background on it, go ahead. But you know, is, you know, in your mind, you know, do you feel Tiger Woods is the GOAT? You know, yes or no? We're gonna start off with who I'm gonna go with. Any, many, money, mo. I'm gonna fuck with Eddie Dean. What you feel,
why you
man?
fucking with me?
What you?
You could have picked D.
I gotta fuck with you,
I
man.
think I already
it's all
answered
good.
mine's already.
Okay, my thing is like this. I have two ways to look at this. I'm make it real quick. Two ways looking at this is he the GOAT? And my thing is, and if that yes or no, is his time over? I ain't gonna
Okay.
lie. GOAT wise, it's kind of like, you know, okay. I could I tell you one thing. I could say he is, but I'm gonna tell you something. The reason I say he is because of what I watched and witnessed during like my lifetime.
Okay.
The motherfucker was so dominant. It's kind of like Serena. Do we
Mhm.
really have to base this off of, or better yet, it's like Serena or Shaq? Do we really have to base this off of numbers? Because when we talk numbers, we could talk about people like, you know, anybody who has more numbers than certain people,
Yeah.
like you know, Bill Russell, shit like that.
Mhm.
Or is it about dominance? Serena,
Exactly.
Shaq,
Exactly.
you don't matter, regardless of how many rings these people got or championships. When you saw them play, you knew they were gonna
In
kick
their
somebody's
time. In
in
their
their time.
time.
Could nobody fuck with them.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's not about just the number. So I almost want to say just off that alone, yeah, because I ain't gonna lie. I learned golf through watching Tiger, and
Mhm.
you know, I might not have sat there all the time and just watched the whole weekend of golf.
Yeah.
But I sure paid attention to like what I saw on Sports Center, and I would watch, you know, Sundays and see who would win and stuff like that. And the level of dominance, like Serena, it's like that he had during the time he was hitting it hard. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say he wasn't. So I want to say yeah, because to me, like I said, because during the time he was doing it, to me, couldn't nobody fuck with him, and like her.
Mhm.
And I guess what I'm getting at is to me, it's a shame because I was hoping that he could pull like her. I was hoping he could pull maybe another rabbit or two out his ass. But I really believe his window is closed. I
Yeah.
think that's pretty much it. Is he the greatest? So I would like to say to me he is, but I'm
Yeah.
biased. I'm
Yeah.
biased because of
Yeah.
what I've seen and how dominant he was during as I grew up. So
Yeah.
I want to say yeah, but it's probably unfair. But
Okay.
fuck it, I don't mind saying unfair shit.
Well, D Walt, that's fair, and that's fair, you know. And you know, this is our take on how we feel
Yeah,
about it.
that's
D
true.
Walt, how you feel about it? How
Oh
you
man,
feel?
mine's is very simple. I've already answered my question already, and there's no thought about this, bro. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. When you have the Tiger proof of court, bro, that of course, man, that says enough. And we ain't talking about any course. We're talking about the Masters. You know, that's their prime. They had to Tiger proof the Masters because that's how much he was winning. Man, that says enough of me. That says enough in itself, bro. I don't care who he don't have to win anything else his entire career golfing. He could be 60 years old out there golfing just for shits and giggles, bro.
Yeah.
They Tiger proofed the court so this brother wouldn't win. That says enough. There's no other golfer that had to experience that. They didn't Tiger proof for anybody else or proof somebody's name and then proof it. It was only for Tiger, man. That's the GOAT. That's the GOAT. He is the GOAT of golf. When you say golf, the emblem should change to his swing, like for real, because
I
that's
feel that.
I can't argue with that.
it's Tiger.
JJ.
I know you asked for a simple yes or no, but I can't make it that simple. It's not gonna be that long, but
Come on.
I think that Tiger Woods is the GOAT. Yeah, he's 4 titles less than Jack Nicholas or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
But to that same point, whoever this Jack dude is, if it wasn't for Tiger Wood, I wouldn't even be mentioning this dude's name because I wouldn't even have watched golf. I wouldn't even paid attention to golf at all if Tiger Woods wouldn't be in this conversation.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have the interest in golf that
Yeah.
we do or anything related to golf if
But is
Tiger
that
Woods.
is that a cultural?
Okay, and-
you're right. That's true. But is
Yeah.
that a cultural thing?
Yeah.
I don't think so because it's just something that Tiger Woods brought into this game.
He
That
captivates everybody, bro.
yeah,
No, I
yeah.
agree.
And
I
that's
agree
where
with-
I was gonna hop in at this real quick. I just want to make this known, right? JJ, you're ethnic. What are you?
Yeah, ethnicity.
Ethnicity. What?
Oh, he's
Mexicano.
he's
Okay.
Mexicano.
So and
Yeah.
reason why and,
Yeah, he
and,
put that.
and this is what this is what I was gonna say. And then real quick, this before I get to my part, right? How he said he would never be watching golf without Tiger Woods. And see, that was going to be one of my statements and one of my bullet points was the fact that I would not be watching it without it. And most people would have probably stopped in there. Well, yeah, you're black, he's black, so yeah. No,
You're right, and that's kind of what the point I was gonna make.
and no,
Just to be
yeah.
fair though,
And-
go
Yeah,
ahead.
no.
that's fair.
JJ, and that's what I'm saying. But without him saying that, that's the first thing anybody probably hearing this would have said. Well, yeah, he's black, you're black, so yeah, you're gonna say that. No, my brother right here, JJ, is Hispanic, Latino.
Yeah, but
And-
hold on, let me touch on that. Two seconds. It's still part of the same culture though, and I'm not saying black and Hispanic are the same thing. I'm saying that when you see Tiger Woods, like for instance, we all share simulators with like sneakers and stuff. Tiger Woods, hip hop era, wears Nike, all kinds of stuff. We all got that in common. So it's still, it's, and the only reason I'm saying this is not because I agree with it. I'm saying I always try to look at it from a fair point of view. That's like saying black folks started going to the Hamptons or some shit like in like the 2000s. So like, oh man, black folks make the Hamptons hot. Well, that don't mean that because they might have been hot to other people before that.
Yeah.
And that's the only point I'm making. I agree. Everything y'all saying, motherfuckers, I agree with.
Yeah, I'm just coming from
Tiger Woods, the dude. He while we watch it, but I don't want to look at it from just my perspective because I don't want to have tunnel vision.
Exactly,
Like,
exactly.
That's all I'm saying.
And that's what I'm saying. And I mean, and that's what I'm saying. I like that. You have a perspective. I'm putting out the perspective as
I agree with you. I'm just trying to be fair. So.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm just putting out the perspective that most people, if JJ wouldn't have said that, or they don't know who JJ is.
Yes,
well,
I agree.
He's Latino, and I'm just saying.
Yes, that's still a good point. I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like it has nothing to do with race or nothing like that. It's just this man changed the game. But I'm sorry, JJ, go ahead and continue.
I mean, you made it crystal clear, man. This dude brought something to the game that you just didn't see. He had a swagger that he brought to the game of golf that nobody else had. I mean, I didn't know who Jack Nicholas or whatever the hell his name is.
Nicholson.
I know who Phil Mickelson is.
Shut the fuck up, man. We got a little. I'm sorry, JJ. He got a little Vince McMahon, Jack Nicholas on that one. Sorry, go ahead, JJ. I'm sorry.
Man, this is the only dude that brought me into golf. This is the reason you watch golf.
Yeah.
Because of Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
I mean, other than that, once Tiger Woods is gone, hell, I don't know if I'm gonna watch it. I don't know if I'm gonna have an interest in it.
And I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I mean,
I'm saying I agree with you. But I'm saying that that's the reason we, including me, that's the reason we watch golf. That don't mean that that's the reason other people do.
Yeah.
And if better yet, I'm gonna say this. I'm done. I believe that's the reason most people watch golf, but I can't prove it. You see what I'm saying? Because I know I'm biased because I feel the same way you feel. But that's what makes me like, I don't really know. Do everybody feel this way, or is it just us? You see what I'm saying?
Well, I'm going to say this, man. So there's one way that we always go by proving who all watches stuff, right? And it's already been noted, right? When Tiger is playing, golf is elevated. But when
Yeah.
Tiger's not playing, there's a dip. So that means it's not just us as a culture; it's us as a
You answered that question.
as a
Yeah.
That's what
society.
I was more
If
asking.
he's
That's what I'm saying.
playing, yeah, if he's playing, we're all watching. And I don't care what sport is on. You watching 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8 holes, whatever it is. But you glued on there, right? But if he's not playing, you don't give a shit who wins because it doesn't. It's irrelevant to you because it's not Tiger.
So let me tailor
He's
this
so
question.
captivating.
I'm hoping the answer is yes. Trust me, I'm not on one side
Yeah.
of this question or the other. I'm trying to understand.
Yeah.
So you saying that like some white dude in the suburbs of North Dakota, if Tiger's not playing, he not watching either.
He ain't watching, bro. Ratings show it. Ratings.
That's what I'm
ratings show it. Yeah, ratings show. If anybody else is playing, they don't care. But if Tiger was -1 and rating spiked, right? Even with him shooting +9, bro, like they were still watching Tiger Woods. We didn't even care about who won. We was worried about Tiger's performance. They put a segment with him put on the jacket, and then all of a sudden everything goes to, well, you can see Tiger Woods was tired coming up on the 18th. You know what I mean? Like you can see him fatigued and stuff like that. Like nobody cared who won the jacket. We were worried about Tiger's performance.
I'm with you. I agree.
Tiger.
I know I feel that way, so that's why I'm just making sure I'm not being biased.
Quick
I agree with you.
That day on Friday, whenever Tiger Woods was kicking off, I had a yard I was supposed to go see. It's a white guy, and he calls me up. He's like, "Hey man, I need to make an hour to go see this yard, so you could give me a bid." I was like, "All right, so and so time." He tells me I can't go at that time. It's like that's whenever Tiger Woods teeing off, and I ain't missing that.
Oh wow.
He told me straight up like that.
Told you, bro.
Well, look,
like,
I mean, shit. I mean, we pretty much said everything we got to say. Make mine's quick. Like at the end of the day, we pretty much already said it. For me, I mean, I might be out here like mini golfing, you know, with my friends and shit on when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? With my kids or whatever. But I would never know what golf was without Tiger Woods. You know what I mean? Tiger Woods was my Kobe Bryant of golf. You know what I'm saying? Tiger Woods, I feel, was just as big as Kobe Bryant. You know, whenever you playing around in the house and you got a fucking, you know, a dirty paper towel and you ball that shit up and you Kobe. You know, I know everybody's fading away in their house or practicing shooting outside. Everybody going Kobe. Tiger Woods was the same exact way. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're out on the golf course playing around, fucking around, whatever the case be, it's Tiger. Tiger was the Kobe of golf. You know what I'm saying? The Michael Jordan of golf. And that's just, that's just to keep it real, to keep it 100, call it how I see it. And it's not to take away from what all these other guys have done for golf, but they haven't done what he's done for it. They haven't changed the culture the way he changed the culture for golf. Nobody has brought the eyes and attention and the ratings to golf the way he's done for it, and and again, and who's to say where he would be if he had never gotten into the situations he got into with the whole situations off the golf field, without the accidents and everything. That's
what made me love him. That's when he became my hero.
And you know what I mean? So with
the bounce back from
so if he did
and win the Masters.
He surpassed Magic at
And so,
sorry, I thought we were talking about Kobe still. You're talking about.
I'm talking about Tiger. I'm saying I'm talking about Tiger.
Yeah, he ain't my hero, but he's good.
If he didn't go through those things that he deal with outside of golf, who's to say he wouldn't have passed these other guys' records and so forth? If he still was, healthy and was able to do this. It's just.
Do you think he would have?
I
do. I think he would have.
Like we said, the way that he dominated in his time, it's just for me, I think we all said it, so it's unanimous on this,
Yeah.
I think this is the first time we've been unanimous on something, actually. I mean, we're never
right.
we're never against each other. We just have different takes.
Different angles,
But I think that this is the first time that we've been totally unanimous on
this one, man. Yeah,
you can't.
too.
I think you're right.
Yeah, man. And so
change the logo.
With that being said, though, man, that's our time. Again, we appreciate you guys rocking with us. We appreciate the love, support. We appreciate every listen, every download. We really need you guys to continue to please, just tap in with us, subscribe, like, reshare, tell somebody about it. I don't care if you tell one person, that helps us out. Again, like I said before, if there's something that you guys want us to talk about in particular, email us, DM us. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, email, however you need to get in contact with us. We have multiple ways. There's always going to be a link below whatever we post for you guys, man. Again, we take mental health, real serious with this podcast, man. We use this podcast to, put things out there that we feel don't get enough light shed on it, and that's just what it is. Do we sit here and we talk talk a little shit? Hell yeah, we do. But again, this, as we said, this is us talking about sports in a barbershop type of style, us debating, just good friends amongst each other, but again, it's all love, it's all respect. Hey, y'all got anything to say before we head out with this?
No.
Pretty much covered it all.
No.
Bro.
No.
Yeah, one love. I'm with that 100%.
Well, look, man. Again, this is Call It How We See It, man. It's Amori J. I'm rocking with my boy Eddie Dean. I'm rocking with my boy D Watt, JJ, man. And he's having a great goddamn day.
You know what I'm saying? Amen, bro.
We're going to finish this off strong. I'm going to pour up another shot of this Hennessy White, man, before we head out. Matter of fact, I'm going to just take it from the bottle. But, hey,
Oh, shit.
At the end of the day, drive safe. If you feel like
cold.
If you have to go out and you plan on having a couple of drinks, you know what I'm saying? Call you an Uber, call you a Lyft, drive, don't drive and drink. Don't drink and drive, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit.
Like, be responsible, you know what I'm saying? Drink water, respect others, love others, try to do something that can help provide some type of positivity or be a blessing in somebody's life.
Energy in the world.
Yeah, man. At the end of the day, that's what we love. Like I said, we talk shit, but at the end of the day, it's all love and it's all positivity on this side, man. Again, this is Call It How We See It. We love y'all. Continue to rock with us. Hey,
Tune in.
Take a shot,
Tune in,
my brothers.
To keep to having a good day for the rest of the day. Bitch, don't kill my vibe.
Yep. Don't kill his vibe, bro. Yeah, don't kill his vibe.
JJ.
Hey, it's Call It How We See It, y'all. We love y'all. We out.
Oh shit, I almost choked on that ice. That shit was...
We just call it how we see it.